didn't have to really save this Leona or this Nautilus, whichever of the two it's going to end up being, till the very end. I feel like you could have picked this up a little bit earlier. Does fit very well either of these with the Liv Sandbox team comp and what they want to do. And this is a rough one from either side, Valdez. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to see here.
There is a ridiculous amount of damage in the Afrika comp, especially as the game comes along, but even in the earlier stages as well. Everybody can shell it out, except Rel, of course.
CC. And that's not a position I really love, but at the same time, there's a lot of prio available in the top and the bot lane here for Afrika. And Dread, in the early game, he can make his magic work.
See how that goes. No boots yet for Dread, but he's still up in the top lane. Flash coming out from Keen. Another flash from Dread. Summit just hops away, and now Krako's here. Neither Dread nor Keen have the flash. Do Liv Sandbox have the damage, though, is the question. Lots of damage coming out now from Dread as they are poking him down. Another miss on the undertow. And Keen is going to look to combo down Summit. Can't quite do it, but Dread will finish the job. And that is, he's got a sweeper. As we do have the flash coming in, he's able to pull Prince into the fight. And now with the flash forward, that is a very easy kill for Bang to pick up.
It's a full-on rotation here. The rest of Liv Sandbox is coming, but they're pretty far behind. No teleport available for Fate. I don't know if they're going to make it here in time, Valdez.
Yeah, so this is the thing. If you're Afrika and if you know it's 4v5, you got to either rush this down or back off. As looks like they may be able to rush this down. A couple eye hits later should get the job done, but now they're just going to get on top of Summit, who does hit the Mega Gnar, and in goes effort, but Summit's already dead. A big Gnar ultimate, though, is just gigantic for them as they do pick up the kill, and they will get the Rift Herald. Bang is getting solo farm on the bottom side, which is great, but...
Fight. As Kroko, gotta be careful, buddy.
Sir? Yeah, I think he's just dead here. No ghosts, no flash, no anything. Just dead for Stana. And now here comes Lehens and Dread. They're actually looking for a fight here, as a lot of damage does go down onto the Rel. Lehens has to hop the wall. Ragnarok also popped. Olaf on the run. The Solar Flare comes out just to save his life. And now, as Afrika, you have effectively zoned away the enemy jungler.
And now the question is how much Summit can get out of this, because he will be able to pick up a couple of free plates on top side. And considering that the teleport was there, I think Liv Sandbox could have rushed it. I feel like, especially with Kai'Sa, Olaf in the early game, like if they just dogpile onto the dragon immediately, they might get away with it, but they're possibly not aware of the backtimers of Afrika, thinking finally aged Cheddar or Gouda, or Gouda, as you know,
yes,
like to say.
We might have a dead Kroko here once again. No Ragnarok available, just going to get zapped down. At least
they know something's up.
Oh boy, here we go again. Prince in a really rough spot, hops in once again, tries to ult for the shield, and also uses his heal, but it is not going to happen. Welcome to Tristana versus Kai'Sa. As once again, we got another fight up on the top side, trying to get the kill on Akeen, but he can't. Looking very desperate at that point. Now Fate has to flash away as he was trying to help out with his own teleport. Lands the bowling ball onto Fate as we could have some more huge burst damage coming out. And that's going to be Fly and Dread putting their heads together to pick up yet another kill. So now we have the supports up on the top side. Does this snowball ever end is the question, as Dread is going to help pick up another kill. Does go the way of Lehens, but now we've got Summit as well, trapped underneath the turret in Mini-Gnar form. A very easy tank up, and that is 4 kills. Arguably a stronger matchup. And of course, KT have Tom on Kia. And the push is coming in here big. Afrika really trying to push their edge here from the early game. That is a really nice Solar Flare. Are we going in is the question. Huge Wombo combo comes in, and they get the damage done that they needed to, although Kroko is going to die. And this is a massive ultimate coming in now from Kroko, and Bang is just going to clean up everybody. I said Kroko, I meant Dread. He gets a huge play here, as now Bang is just going to clean up everybody, and Afrika are able to turn it around, though. Okay, so they should see them doing the Baron here. They have that ward. Let's see Bang here, the knockup. And yeah, there goes the Baron. Okay. Teleport committed to, and that's Mini-Gnar. So as Liv Sandbox, I think you're running here, actually. You're not actually trying to fight this, yes. Run away. Afrika take the Baron for free.
Valdez, but I'm starting to feel like this has become an insurmountable lead for Afrika Freaks.
Yeah, it does feel that way. As we do have the teleport, though, coming in. They have secured the kill onto Keen, and now Dread is in a really awkward spot. He does have Flash, though. Yeah, he, he really just wanted to kill this turret as fast as possible.
Clear. Respect that.
Yeah.
Fate's nowhere near is shoving the turret into the tower, but I think they can just end her if they're not careful. They need this Orianna to be here. Teleport coming through.
Fate is coming in. They're kiting down the Hens. He is going to have to flash away, and there we go. Bowling ball lands, and that is a big sleep picked up, and Effort will just die as they do take the Rel away. But at this point, Afrika with the Baron buff, they're taking down the whole base. 2 inhibitors down already.
Meganar into Orianna ultimate can be set up by Effort, can be set up by Summit finding a flank. That's what you need. If you don't find that, you will not win a team fight. The deficit is too big. And Afrika, it looks like they might be playing spoiler here for Liv Sandbox, who are desperately trying to keep their control of their own fate. For Liv Sandbox.
Afrika, they're looking to close this one out as the inhibitor will go down. Gotta wait for these super minions to push in. As the poke is enough. I feel like as Afrika, you can just literally stand here and just poke him out. And that should be good enough. I mean, the Chaos Storm going to push Fate back. Summit looking for it. They're trying to find Bang, but he's able to get on out. And that's going to be the end of Effort. And it looks like the end of Liv Sandbox. Summit not going to be able to survive on this one. Bang just taking names at the end of this game as he picks up the double kill, and Afrika will play a bit of spoiler here as they will take game number 1 away from Liv Sandbox as Dre is going to die. And the Nexus does go down. Take a look at some of the nice numbers. Jace always going to have a fun time. And yeah, pretty much straight up domination. There was never even a moment on that goal difference graph where we saw Liv Sandbox really making a comeback.
Welcome back everybody to the LCK analyst desk. Liv Sandbox had to pick up a 2-0 win in order to decide their playoff destiny. However, with this win picked up by Afrika, there's no way for them to decide their own destiny of the postseason. And looking at the draft, I think both teams focused on their top side. Liv Sandbox for sure have a very top side. So Gnar and Orianna was blind picked in the first rotation, but not many teams actually do this because the opponents can easily counter the solo laners. I think the orders of the picks that Liv Sandbox had was not really on point because even though they did take a strong lane pick, they all got countered and they didn't have any lane priority. I think Liv Sandbox should have let Summit to take the counter pick with the R5 lock-in. As Kuro mentioned about the top side, I want to focus down on the bottom duo. Liv Sandbox actually played Israel a lot up against Tristana and Rel. However, Afrika, they target banned that card, which was super effective to shut down one of the impossible strategy of Prince. So Afrika was able to counter the bottom lane champion pick as well. So in general, Afrika had a very comfortable draft up against Liv Sandbox one. Because two teams were focusing on the top side of the map, we had a very huge team fight breaking out around the first Herald. And we could see the amount of desperation from Summit. So let's take a look at this replay. Afrika had vision of the Olaf's undertow. And then all of the Liv Sandbox members rotated to Herald, whereas Tristana continued to push. So Olaf and Gnar tried to buy time to force for a 5-team fight. If Liv Sandbox was able to have a very nice 5-on-5, 5-on-4 team fight, this could have been a very huge win, but still, Summit got chunked down from the beginning, but still, at the end, Summit was able to get his flash and ultimate to go off, but still, Liv Sandbox was able to win the trade even better if the play was executed slightly cleanly by the players, but they were able to get that Herald and also some kills at the end. Because this was a decider series for Liv Sandbox playoff destiny, they were looking very desperate, but still Africa Freaks also wanted to find a breakthrough to end their split on a good note. And we always mention Africa Freaks is something else before the 25-minute mark of the game. So all of the side lane were in favor of Africa Freaks. Solo laners Keen and Fly were both able to push the wave, and Africa Freaks was able to take the outer turret on the mid lane. So Africa Freaks, they were trying to push the issue forward and then decided not to. So Leap Sandbox really wanted to punish their overstay. So effort goes in and Gnar also jumps in, but Bang was able to push Gnar away very effectively, which means Summit was not able to find that Gnar angle, and then Dread goes back in for a fantastic re-engage. You know, Africa Freaks, they are a very strong team. Before they hit the 25-minute mark of the game, you have to be aware of that. And to be honest, I think all of the players are really on point, especially Dread and Bang today. Even though they cannot make it to the playoffs, I think they have nothing to lose. I think that actually made them feel even more confident about the series tonight. With this win, going over to Africa Freaks, the POG will be picked up by Dread on Lilia. 6-1 and 10 KDA at the end of the fountain dive. He was biting the dust, and we could hear from the mic check that I did die once in this game, but still Dread was getting all the job done in the early game, and still he didn't die till the very end. He was having a sustained amount of damage in this 2v2 skirmish. Gnar can actually lane up against Chase after he gets that Ninja Tabi, but he was not able to hit that kind of a level of sustainability because Dread was there to pick up 2 kills early on. Dread was a menace for Leap Sandbox for sure in this game, and I think he was super focused in this game in general. I think today he was just playing perfectly, and 8 for 9 votes was secured by Dread, and as Kuro mentioned, Bang and Dread have been performing super well today, so he was able to get 1 vote, maybe from Jonas Strong. Africa Freaks is trying to end the split on a very good note, so let's find out whether they can end their losing streak.